Welcome to SakeBooTV. I'm your SakeBoo, and today I'll be reviewing the Korean drama Boyfriend on Demand. There will be plenty of spoilers, so if you haven't watched the drama yet, you have been warned. If you continue to watch, then hopefully you've seen it, because there will be minimal context in my review. Also, you might want to take this with a grain of salt, since romance dramas aren't really my thing. Let's begin! Exhausted by the demands of her career, webtoon producer So Mireille seeks an escape from the complexities of relationships IRL through a subscription-based virtual reality program called Boyfriend on Demand. In this world, she can go on as many dates with as many men, following as many tropes as she wants. As she tries to find the balance between her real-life responsibilities and her more carefree virtual life, she learns a lot about herself and what she actually wants out of life and romance. Again, not super into romance dramas, but the virtual reality aspect had me hooked, and seeing Lee Soo-hyuk starring was just the icing on top. Now, usually I use the character section of the review to just look at the characters objectively. Like, do they have their place in the story? How do the characters fit in the story itself? And I use the storytelling section to unload how they make me feel. I think it'll be appropriate to switch things up and let you know the MC is the most insufferable MC I've probably ever come across in a drama so far. I can't stand her. I'm sorry. It ain't nothing against Jisoo, I promise you. I loved her character in Utopia. Jisoo played the character the way it was written. It's just unfortunate that they made the character aggravating. Everybody else was great though. I love the CEO character Hwan Bun-hyuk. He was probably my favorite.
섬이를 아직도 있네? 처음 봐.
이거 산재야 산재.
And the best friend Lee Ji-yeon. She was cool. Some people also thought Kyungnam was dry or boring, but I heavily disagree. Those who think he was boring just simply never met an introvert or people that come to the job to work and go home. Acting was also very good. I don't have too much to say except the virtual reality segments felt pretty realistic. Some of those lines are incredibly cringe. Imagine my surprise when I saw people talking crazy about Jisoo's acting. I base good acting on believable reactions and the ability to sell me the story.
괜찮으십니까? 뭐라고요?
저 너무 무서워요.
Everybody involved did just that, and kept me invested in the story, so I can't complain. Chemistry was so good, I even got a new K-drama crush out of it. I will say, these kisses were a bit not great. I don't know, it felt like they never kissed anyone before. I wasn't into it. But the overall chemistry after they got together officially was pretty nice. Baby girl from Trauma Code, Ha-young, was here too, and honestly stole the show. I really wish they expanded on the BOD guy and her being the secondary couple. I hate that this was funny. It was so funny, and the humor was the only thing that kept me watching. If it wasn't for the comedy aspect of this rom-com, I probably would have tapped out a lot sooner. I don't want y'all to think I just went into this ready to start hating. I thought the trailer was actually really cute and that our main character was gonna date all of the AI guys and realize a human relationship is what she needed. That technically happened, but in the most painful way possible. As I said before, MC Mireille got on my last nerve and truly reminded me why I don't watch romance dramas. I'm all for some enemies to lovers or rivals to lovers, but the rivalry was one-sided. This man was just minding his own business and she was minding it for him too. They came up with the narrative that he must hate her and he's a huge jerk. How did we come to this conclusion from him saying good morning? Even if it was meant to be a tsundere thing, it didn't make sense because she genuinely thought he was an asshole until she suddenly didn't. Then after he already confessed to her, she spends her time avoiding him and trying to get validation for having a crush on him. Just terrible. I'm not a fan of the tsundere, cat and mouse, miscommunication, back and forth, what have you. Especially if it's unfounded and one-sided. I can maybe get behind it being cat and mouse if there was some give and take. But this whole drama was just made up in her head. While we're on that note, Mireille is so self-centered. Main character for real.
그렇게 다 쉬워? 고백도 포기도. 잘났어 정말.
Everything was operating on her own feelings and fears, but then she had the nerve to call Kyungnam selfish for saying he's dealing with being rejected and she's acting hurt.
저한테 너무하신 거 아니에요? 피디님 마음만 중요해요? 저도 힘들어요.
The pain was literally self-inflicted, and you made that man collateral damage and then said, "How dare you?" Give me a break, bro. I really only stuck it out for the virtual dates and the funnies. That's it, and that's all. Anytime the story was too focused on Mire in the real world, she started acting in that way that pissed me off. Yes, I understand she was trying to work through the loss of her first love and him getting married and whatnot, but her stubbornness was, is, and would be her own downfall. It was her own fault, and they waited to the very, very last second of the drama for her to learn that lesson. And the fact that she was deadass choosing those virtual men over real life is crazy. Like they were actual options. Spent $350 when there was a real life man that liked her, has been nothing but decent towards her, handsome, and most importantly, she liked him back. He even had the same exact vase as her dream boyfriend. There's Avoided, and then there's whatever Mire was doing. Also, I just wanted to point out how that company that created Boyfriend on Demand would be a playground for lawyers. They would have lawsuits up to their eyeballs. As much as I would find something like this interesting in real life, people already can't handle talking to chatbots. These people would be inventing a new level of psychosis in that universe. The messages are one thing, but legitimate phone calls and sending handwritten physical postcards to your actual home address? And they got IOs as dating options? This level of escapism needs to be unobtainable. The pacing also felt kind of dragged out, but I also think I feel that way because of the Mire back and forth nonsense. Now, all of that is not to say the drama is bad. It's a perfectly fine drama for those who love seeing all the classic tropes play out. The drama is cutesy and fun and hilarious. The characters all have dynamic personalities that don't overwhelm you or go too overboard. And I hate to say it, but Mire and I might have the same taste in men. If it's one thing I can say, it's that it's definitely not boring. Who doesn't love playing pretend? It's extra fun if you're not focusing too hard, which I always am, but if you're just looking to laugh and watch someone maybe fall in love and go through the pains of dating, then I think you would like this one. I do wish we saw more dates though, because there's 901 options and we saw maybe 10, and 7 of them were part of a montage. It definitely has rewatchability. It's one of those, it's been a long day dramas. This could easily be lots of people's favorite drama. Here's the final score. Honestly, I do kind of wish we saw more of Mire and Kyungnam together officially, because it feels like I don't get that payoff, you know, that satisfaction of finally seeing the couple together after sitting through her journey to get there. This has been SakeBooTV, and this is your SakeBoo signing off. 나중에 봐요.